Well, hello again. I'm taping this on February 23rd, and that is the 35th day of the 90-day session. So welcome back to Juneau. It's raining as usual. I really enjoyed coming back home this last weekend to have town hall meetings. They were really well attended, and I enjoyed talking to folks. I estimate 65 to 75 folks showed up, and we talked about a lot of issues. Some of the issues, actually, were items that were in this recent web poll that I did. You know, the first question that I asked in that web poll is, what's the most important thing you think facing the legislature today? And folks on the survey answered Alaska's economy and state spending, and sure enough, that was a major focus of our conversation at the town hall meetings. So when we talked about what should we do about the budget shortfall, most people said, first and foremost, cut spending. And sure enough, 73% of the people that responded to the survey agreed with that as well. Before imposing any taxes, let's cut the spending. So that was interesting. Another question I asked in the survey, which we didn't talk a whole lot about at the town hall meetings, but was the use of the permanent fund. You know, what is the purpose of the permanent fund? And on the survey, about half the folks said actually the permanent fund is for essential state spending. The other 50% said it's to save for present citizens and for future citizens. So we're kind of split on that, I guess. And then the question of, should we use that permanent fund to use some of the money to fund education? And more than half the folks in the survey said yes, let's use some of it for education. So these were great conversations during the town hall meetings. We also talked about the gas pipeline, questions about that. We talked about daylight savings, different opinions about that. And one of the articles in the newsletter that you're going to be reading is the marijuana regulation that the legislature's been working on. That bill has come out of the Senate Judiciary Committee, and you can read about some of the details in this newsletter. So, as always, I welcome your comments, your concerns, any difficulties that you're having that perhaps I could help with. Glad to offer my assistance. Thanks very much for reading this newsletter and listening in. We'll see you again next week.